Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and as you can see I am back with Nightwish. This is a viewer request for the greatest show on earth at Tampere, I was told. I had some difficulty figuring out which video to watch because there's a few of them, and so I chose this one. It said remastered. It also has subtitles which might be helpful because sometimes I have a really difficult time hearing lyrics of any song the first time listening, so I thought that might be helpful. So if you want a specific video, send me a link because that's the best way for me to know which one it is. Unless there's only one, that's the best way to let me know, and there's rarely only one. But thank you very much for the request. I do appreciate it. I'm going to be adding some more Nightwish to the playlist. I will put a link in the description to my playlist for them if you want to check out all the reactions I've done so far. Also, if you want your reaction much quicker than on the regular list, in the description, there's a way to bump up your request. Use any one of the three donation methods. You can just donate if you like. Thank you so much to those who have, or use that and put in your request, and you will get it much quicker. If you have a shout out name you prefer, let me know that too. Otherwise, I try to extract it from the address. It doesn't always work all that well. Also, there will be a link in the description to the artist channel, so you can go there and subscribe and like and comment and support the artist. Definitely encourage you to do that. And I encourage you to subscribe here as well. Thank you very much to everyone who has hit that button. It doesn't hurt at all. It doesn't cost a dime. Just push that button and it really helps the channel. Thank you to everyone who shared videos, sent messages and information. I appreciate it. I read everything and I answer as many as I can. Now, this is a very long one. It says a little over 21 minutes here, so I'll try not to say too much. Can't promise that, but I'll try not to. Let's get into it. Looks like we got Floor and Marco here. Let's go.
Kettimet, Tuomas Holopainen.
Thomas. Oh, there he is. Another talented musician. Big crowd. Almost adding great atmosphere. Sorry, I wasn't going to stop so soon, but this, maybe it's been there all along and I never saw it that close or never noticed it before, but what he has in front of his keyboard, it looks like something you might have sort of on the front of a ship. It also kind of looks like a corpse, so I'm not sure. You can let me know what that's all about. Ooh, fireworks, literally. Mhm. Wow. Look of awe on the audience's faces. Beautiful operatic voice of Flor. The first sunrise in Gay, the sounds like the formation of Earth. My wife's name was Gay, and we always used to say she was sort of named after Mother Earth. Hmm. Incredible atmosphere they've created. Hmm.
After sleeping through 100 million centuries, we have finally opened our eyes on a sumptuous planet, sparkling with color, bountiful with life. Within decades, we must close our eyes again.
Hmm.
Isn't it a noble and enlightened way of spending our brief time in the sun? To work at understanding the universe and how we have come to wake up in it.
Sounds like Dawkins. Ooh. Wow. Life. Very powerful. Sorry, and just come back up a bit if you're prone to having some issues with flashing lights or epilepsy, you turn the video off now. But anyway, it sounded like Dawkins there, not only what he said, but the voice as well. So I think, but I'm not positive. Yeah, it definitely sounds like the birth of the universe or the Earth or whatever. Really, really well done so far. Just draws you in to the story.
Within decades, we must close our eyes again. Isn't it a noble and enlightened way of spending our brief time in the sun? To work at understanding the universe and how we have come to wake up in it.
Wow. Amazing. Awesome drumming there.
Cosmic law of gravity pulled the newborns around the fire. A careless cold infinity in every vast direction. Lonely Pharaoh in the Goldilocks zone. She has a tale to tell. From the stellar nursery into a carbon feast. And
Cool.
to Luca, the tapestry of chemistry. There's a writing in the garden, leading us to the mother of all. We are one, we are universe. For there's a what will be, science of the Devonian sea. Aliens flash right in the tail of our soul. Day to day, new opening for the greatest show on earth. Lion channels welcoming the outside world to the stuff of stars. Betting the tree have a biological holding. Enter night.
Bye.
The tapestry of chemistry. There's a writing in the garden, leading us to the mother of all. We are one, we are universe. For there's a what will be, science of the Devonian sea. Aliens flash right in the tail of our soul. Day to day, new opening for the greatest show on earth.
Laura's vocals are incredible as always. Wow. Super guitar work too. Thomas is killing it. Yucca on drums, I think.
We are here to care for the garden, the wonder of earth, every form most beautiful. Every form most beautiful. We are one. We are a universe.
Beautiful.
Forebears of what will be, science of the Devonian sea. Aliens flash right in the tail of our soul. A day-to-day new opening for the greatest show on earth.
Love that percussion. She's looking out on creation. Wow. They've created a musical movie. Sound of the waves is awesome. moving through the eons. Nice. Wow.
After a billion years, the show is still here. A single one of your fathers died young. The 100 travelers out of Africa. Little Lucy of the A4. You found the fantasy to idolatry, to self-destructive weaponry, and turning out of guns deeper than the past. And it's the dread of the hunted. And Terra Ionia, the cradle of thought, the architecture of understanding, the human lust to feel so exceptional. To rule the earth. Hunger for shiny rocks, the giant mushroom clouds, the will to know is soon being done by. It's a history, the grand finale, enter of kind. Man is on his time in the soul, and the dreams who understand a single grain of sand. He gave up to poetry, but one day cease to be. Read the last night of the library.
Love that. Gorgeous transition there. I don't even know if you'd call that a transition, but anyway, I'll back up just a little bit. Yeah, they're going through a lot here, talking about the creation of poetry, but also the creation of mythologies and religion and understanding everything right down to the single grain of sand. I think probably talking about understanding the components of life and molecules and atoms and cells and genes, and I think it's all kind of in there. So all the fantastic and amazing things we do, but some of the things we don't do so that are not so great. Creation of bombs and war and weapons of destruction, and so they're sort of very, very effectively put everything into exceptional musical, relatively short period here. It is amazing. I am literally down below the camera here, holding on like this. Don't stop, because I have something to say every few seconds. All right, let's keep going.
He gave up to poetry, but one day cease to be. Read the last night of the library.
One day it will end. Great look at the universe and the carbon-based entities of which we are one. Got a large choir there.
We were here. Kiitos.
Part 4.
We are going to die, and that makes us the lucky ones. Most people are never going to die because they're never going to be born. The potential people who could have been here in my place, but who will in fact never see the light of day, outnumber the sand grains of Sahara. Certainly those unborn ghosts include greater poets than Keats, scientists greater than Newton. We know this because the set of possible people allowed by our DNA so massively exceeds the set of actual people. In the teeth of these stupefying odds, it is you and I, in our ordinariness, that are here. We privileged few who won the lottery of birth against all odds. How dare we whine at our inevitable return to that prior state from which the vast majority have never stirred?
Wow, amazing. I'm guessing they closed the show with this epic performance. Well-deserved bow. Fireworks. Nice. Oh, part 5. I didn't know there was a part 5, but that was over. Nice. The Islander music, you're just looking quickly here.
There is grandeur in this view of life, with its several powers having been originally breathed into a few forms or into one. And that whilst this planet has gone cycling on according to the fixed law of gravity, from so simple a beginning, endless forms most beautiful and most wonderful have been and are being evolved.
Yeah, that has to be the end. Just don't want the advertisements to come popping up there. Yes, absolutely incredible. I'm trying to capture them all here and then. Amazing. Yeah. So many things could be said, but I'll try to limit myself. Yes, in many, many videos of various artists, when the topic sort of comes up, I always say, this is it. This is your life. This is the one. It's the only one we know of, even if you want to believe in some of the stories. We know we have this one, and that's all we know. And even that, some people question. But for all intents and purposes, I think I know I have this one at least. I think, therefore, I am. Um, so make the best of it. I don't know if we're lucky or not lucky. I'm not sure luck has anything to do with it. It just is what it is. But in a sense, we're lucky. It depends how you. It's always tricky with the way that we describe things because if to some extent, if we say we're lucky, it means someone is controlling things, and I don't believe that. But it is what it is, and we're lucky or fortunate in some way to be able to have this life that we have, even though sometimes it can be very, very challenging. I was actually mentioning in a comment the other day that, maybe it's the challenges that make it all worthwhile. Who knows? And I don't believe in the sort of that means you get to go to a better place or you get reincarnated in a better level or any of this stuff. I just mean maybe that just makes us work harder and we enjoy the sweet moments even more when we've gone through some trials and tribulations. I don't know. But anyway, this is it. This is what we've got. And yes, nature by itself is absolutely incredible. I don't know why we have to add. Well, I kind of do understand why we add extra. We want to fill in the gaps. It's human nature. We're curious creatures, and we want to know, and we like things to be stable and secure, right? So if something seems unstable or insecure, we try to figure out a way of fixing that, and so we make up stories and we make up narratives, and that can be very helpful, and it can be a very, very positive thing. It can also be a very, very negative thing when we take that too far and start dictating how others should live their lives and then creating the us and them mentality. And so that gives us the right to kill you because you're a heathen and you don't believe what I believe, or use whichever words you want to use, but same idea, us and them, and dividing us instead of bringing us together as a humanity and trying to make the best life we can for the life we know we have here on Earth, never mind anywhere else. And the universe is incredible, and nature is fantastic by itself. And the fact that they mentioned all of this in a way in here with the chemistry and the things that came together naturally and blossomed naturally, and they seem so fantastic that it couldn't have happened without a creator. But guess what? There's absolutely no reason why it could not have. And much of the beauty that we describe, it's because we are a part of all of this, and if we weren't, we might not see it as so beautiful. So if there is such a thing as an alien, they might not be as impressed with some of the things that we're impressed with. I don't know. Never met an alien as far as I know. Not from outer space or whatever. I could say so much more, but this has been a long video already, so I'm going to stop there and let you tell me in the comments if you like what you think of the song or any of the topics covered in the song. Of course, what you feel of Nightwish, what else you'd like me to react to. I'll add it to the regular list. Super long though. Generally, it's going to be a long wait. Check in the description if you want to bump up your request. Also check there for a link to the artist channel so you can go and check out everything there and support the artist. Definitely want to do that, and a link to my playlist for Nightwish if you want to check out all my reactions in one place. I think I'm going to leave it there for now. Don't forget to subscribe here. It is Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Keep listening, keep having fun, enjoy your life and this amazing earth and universe that we live in. Bye bye for now.